Hello viewers, I'm Stella RANI, Assistant Professor of English from A.D.M.COLLEGE for Women Autonomous, NAGAPATTINAM. Today I'm going to take the subject Business Communication. Now we are going to see the topic Effective Communication. Let's see what is meant by effective communication. Effective communication is the exchange of information, intention and emotion. It involves clearly transmitting a message and receiving acknowledgement that the message has been received and understood by your intended audience. It is also means providing acknowledgement to others that ensures they feel heard and understood. Review these key communication and personal awareness skills that contribute to effective communication. Let's see 6 key to effective communication. The following tips focus on how you can best get your point across during the negotiations. You may find it helpful to think about communication in the following ways. Spend 10% of your time advocating your viewpoint, and 10% clarifying priorities and requests, and 80% asking questions and gaining information about the other's interests and concerns and priorities. Let's see, first key of effective communication is communicate persuasively. It means refer to objective criteria such as industry practice, regulation, policy and precedent. This provides a neutral backdrop to analyze options, ensure all relevant information and supporting documents are available. Second key is use simple language. Use language that is clear to the point. Avoid jargon. It means idioms, and avoid acronyms. It means abbreviation and expression. And third one is prepare to present your ideas clearly. It means before your discussion, take time to define your interests, concern and priorities. This can help you stay focused on the key issues and can help you clarify your request, anticipate questions from the other side and prepare your answers. And fourth one is be curious, listen and ask questions. It means this can help you uncover central issues and define priorities so you can make progress on what matters most. Your curiosity will also help you better understand that others' request. Remember, understanding the other's request does not mean you necessarily agree with them. Rather, it means you are open to uncovering new information and elevating obstacles to communication. And fifth one is make requests and not demand. Demand can create resistance and limit dialogue. For example, statement begins with "you must" can create tension and resistance. Request can increase dialogue and options. For example, statement that begins with "I need" can increase opportunity for dialogue and can increase the probability that your objective will be must. And last key is body language and tone of voice are important. A large part of how we communicate is non-verbal. What you say to people with your body language and your tone of voice is just as powerful as what you say with words. For example, pointing at others or speaking loudly could be interpreted as a sign of aggression, whereas sitting straight and making eye contact could be interpreted as a sign of engagement. Next one, body language and the tone of voice can vary depending on culture and is interpreted differently in different societies. If there are non-verbal behaviors that are uncomfortable for you, express them at the start of negotiation session. Let's see the next topic, the 7 C's of communication. What are they? Let's see. First one is clear, second one is conscious, and the third one is concrete, and next one is correct, next coherent and complete and cautious. First one is clear. Clear means clarity, okay? Be clear about the goal of your message and the purpose of the message. Present one idea at a time, making it easier for the recipient to understand. Don't leave them guessing what the message is about and having to fill the gaps themselves. Set a goal or outcome for what you want to communicate and other towards that. And second one is concise. It means consciousness. It means keep to the point and keep it short and simple. Okay. Don't use unnecessary words and don't repeat the same point in different ways. This will also make any communication more engaging and easier to understand. And third one is concrete. Be clear and not fuzzy. Ensure there is enough detail to get the message across, but not too much of words, and so that the recipient will be lost and the message is factual. Adding too much noise around your main points can mean these are missed, and make sure your main points and any conclusions are clear to the recipient. And fourth one is correct. It means correctness, your point. Check the information you are providing is accurate and it in written communication. Ensure it is free from grammatical and spelling error. Check the technical part of your content or understandable by the person receiving the information. Preparation will help here to make sure you can be sure about what you are communicating or change your way of reading and chance to read what you have written. And fifth one is coherent. Make sure your message flows well and it's laid out logically. The point you make should all be linked to the main topic and should help you to deliver the objective you originally set out to achieve. Make sure the tone of message is the same throughout. And sixth key is complete. It means completeness your speaking way and written way. Ensure the recipient has everything they need to understand your message and take action if needed. If action is needed, ensure your message includes a call to action. Also, ensure that any specific detail are clearly and included. Don't leave the recipient with lots of questions to ask. Think about how you will check for understanding. Okay. For example, you could ask a question to check their understanding. And last one is courtesy. Courtesy means your message should be polite, friendly, professional, and open and honest. Okay. Think about your message from the recipient point of view, and you are empathetic towards their needs. Okay. Next one is this will help you to deliver the message in a way that's easy to understand and buy into. Also, communicating to or writing for the readers can make your communication more engaging. By following the 7 C's of communication, you should find the message you are delivering much more effective. Okay. And let's see the next topic, the basic form of communication. The basic form of communications are 2 types, such as verbal and non-verbal communication. It can be in the form of meetings, speeches, or writing gestures or expression. Let's say the first one is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is primitive form of communication that does not involve the use of words. Okay, it rather uses gestures, cues, vocal qualities, spatial relationships, etc. to convey a message. It is commonly used to express emotions like respect, love, dislike, and unpleasantness, etc. And it is less structured compared to its verbal counterpart, and is most often spontaneous, as it is not planned, and it is sometimes considered more reliable than verbal communication, and it reflects the communicated true feeling. And it communications enhance the effectiveness of the message as gestures and body language are registered easier and quicker with the audience than verbal communication. And this type of communications, when combined with verbal communications, make a presentation more effective and has greater impact on the audience. Let's see the verbal communication. However, verbal communication has limitations. Many complex ideas, thoughts, or message have to communicate sequentially to be meaningful. Verbal communications involves the arrangement of words in a structured and meaningful manner. And this message is then conveyed to the audience in either spoken or written form. Let's see the speaking and writing of the verbal communication. Effective verbal communication involves the use of both speech and writing to transmit a message, while oral communication is more effective in reaching a focused target audience, and as it involves the interaction and additional non-verbal cues to augment the speeches and written communication is necessary for reaching a large number of scattered recipients. Depending on the situation and the requirement, organizations use both the spoken as well as written channels for communication. And last one is listening. Listening means the organizations have not paid much attention to listening as a skill. Equal importance should be given to listening and expression. Oral communication cannot be effective unless the audience is good at listening and most of its content is forgotten after a presentation. Developing good listening skills is essential for grasping the content of an oral presentation and retaining them. Let's see the next topic, internal and external communication. Let's see definitions of internal communication. It means the process of exchanging information and a message within or outside of the business. It is the process of exchanging information within a business, while external communication is the process of exchanging information between a business and its external stakeholders such as customers, suppliers, or investors. For example, if a business wants to communicate a change in its product offering to its employees, it would use internal communication methods such as stock meeting or an email. So on the other hand, if the business want to promote the new product to customers, it would use external communication methods such as social media ads or a press release. Okay, and next one is definitions of external communication means it contrasts or any communications between the company and external entities. There are clear strategic differences between internal and external communication. While businesses use internal communication to improve stock relations and create a positive work environment, external communications are typically related to increased sales and growing the business. For example, there are plenty of tools a business can use for external communication with customers, clients, stakeholders, investors, or anyone else that the business may want to communicate with. Each other tools has a valuable role to play in the marketing mix of a business and contribute to the overall marketing strategy with the objective of helping the business to grow. And there are many different types of communication that take a place within business until all of which are crucial to operations. Communication is important firstly to make internal process run as smoothly as possible. In addition, significant communication takes place with the outside organization and partners. Let's take a look and find out more about why communication is so important. Let's see the types of communication. There are several types of communication which are used in business on a daily basis. First one is internal communication. It means happen among employees of the same business, and external communication happens between employees of your company and the external entities. Okay, it's the employees of another business, customers, external stakeholder, etc. And third one is vertical communication. In a hierarchical business, if a message is communicated from a higher level to a lower level or vice versa, this is called a vertical communication. And next one is horizontal communication. It means communication between the same level of hierarchy. And last one is formal communication. It refers to the official messages and statements sent by an organization. Let's see the informal communication. It is the casual conversation that happens between colleagues or unofficial conversations for which the organization is not liable. Another aspect of communication is one-way and two-way communication. In two-way communication, the receiver can respond to the message from the sender, while in one-way communication, the receiver cannot reply. It is important to note that these type of communications are mutually exclusive and often overlap with one another. For example, formal communications can be both vertical and internal, and it involves structured communication between different levels of organization. Let's see the types of internal communication. First one is leadership communication. It involves structures that are unstructured between the leaders and their followers within the organization. It can take many forms such as speeches, newsletters, and personal interactions. And second one is vertical communication. It involves structures and pattern communication between the employees and different level of organization. Includes both upward and downward communication. And third one is downward communication. It means which flows from the upper management levels to the lower level of organization. It can be in the form of policies, directives, or decisions. And last one is upward communication. It means flows from the lower level of the organizations to the upper management level. It can be in the form of feedback, suggestion, or concern. And next one is horizontal communication. It involves communications between the individuals or group at the same level of the organization hierarchy, and it promotes collaboration, teamwork, and the sharing of ideas and information. Next one is diagonal information. It involves communications between the individuals or a group in different departments or areas of the organization who are not part of each other's regular reporting structures. It promotes cross-functional collaboration and problem solving. And last one is grapevine communication. This involves communication through informal channels such as rumors and gossip. It can be difficult to control and can sometimes be detrimental to the organization goals and objectives. These are all the internal communication, can also be formal or informal. Next, we are going to see the topic types of external communication. First one is advertising. Communicating the benefit and features of a product or service to potential customers through various channels such as television, online media, radio, and print. And second one is public relations. This involves managing the image and reputations of the organization through communications with various stakeholders such as the customers, investors, and the media. And third one is customer service. This involves responding to the customer's requests, inquiries, and complaints. And next one is personal selling. It means it involves face-to-face communications between the organization representatives and the customers to persuade them to buy the product or service. And last one is corporate communication. This involves communicating with various stakeholders about the organization mission, values, and goals, as well as providing update on company performance and initiatives. Okay. And let's see the last topic of this unit, communication barrier. Let's see what is meant by communication barrier. It can be defined as an obstacle that one may face when attempting to effectively communicate with another person. These barriers can be anything that can misrepresent or avert someone during the communication process. This process involves a sender and receiver and messages. Let's see what are the barriers of communication. First one is physical barrier. This barrier or environmental challenges people face during communication due to their surroundings. And next one is emotional barrier. This barrier can stem from a person exciting feeling towards a subject or a person involved in the communication process. And third one is cultural barriers. These barriers derive from differences in variety of categories such as religion, languages, tradition, and power distance. And the fourth one is cognitive barriers. Cognitive barriers are a combinations of emotional and cultural barriers such as word connotations affecting the message during the communication process. And last one is systematic barriers. These barriers stem from a lack of structures in the environment, often seen in workplaces where roles are not clearly assigned or vocalized. Next one is how to overcome communication barrier. Communication is the sharing of information between two people. When providing support to a person living with a mental health condition, it is important that communications work both ways. So a communication barrier is something that prevents either person from understanding the information they are being told. So first one is how to overcome barriers. A person who is experiencing a mental health concern may find that this experience makes it difficult to communicate. Find it difficult to concentrate, be distracted by their emotions, voices that they hear, or visions that they see. Next one is have strong reaction in response to what you say, and next one is be taking medications that affect their short-term memory, and not have the confidence to ask questions, and they feel that they have nothing of value to say and not to say, rather be alone. A person with lived experience of mental health condition. Next, checking whether it is a good time and place to communicate with the person, and being clear and using language that the person understood, and communicating one thing at a time, and respecting a person's desire to communicate and not to communicate, and checking that the person has understood you correctly, and communicating in a location that is free or distraction, and acknowledgement any emotional responses the person has to what you have said, and don't make any judgment about what you someone may be experiencing always as. Next, important to overcome communication barrier. It is very important to overcome communication barrier because they can hinder the proper developmental of intercultural communication, decrease the degree of fidelity, accuracy, and efficiency of message transfer. Because communication barriers can also lead to difficulties or failures in successful communication, such as lack of mutual respect and equality climate in organization, lack of appropriate means of communication, stereotypically prejudices, and distorted notation, and incorrect choices of words. Okay. In additional, communication barriers can result in disappointment in relationship, breakdown in organizational communication, and inefficiency in the workplace. Overcome this barrier is crucial for effective communication as it allows for better understanding, collaboration, and achievement of business objectives. By identifying and addressing communication barriers at the individual, organizational, and cultural level, effective solutions can be implemented to improve communication and avoid potential problems and failures. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.